Start it off.
No, I told you to.
You started
I just told you maybe I could follow because I hadn't been thinking about that. I've just been thinking about this campground thing.
So, welcome back to our channel. I'm going to leave in the first part of it because that's just us. We have told you guys for the last probably 7 videos we're going to say
Probably 6.
how we met. We actually met 36 years ago now. Or
36 or 37.
Yeah. So when I was 15 and Craig was 16, he used to drive myself and my best friend Paige all around Valdosta. He was our personal taxi.
Yeah, personal chauffeur.
And he would take us cruising down Ashley Street. And that was just one big strip. And everyone hung out. And that's where you got to see everyone. And Craig had the coolest Bronco and had the loudest music.
So that's the only reason they wanted to ride with me, y'all. It didn't have anything to do with me as a person, but she'll tell you she had a crush on me, but she had a crush on my ride.
Well, his ride was great, but I had a crush on him. And so this went on for a couple of years?
I guess on and off, maybe a year or so.
So even when we could drive, Paige and I could drive, we still got in the truck with Craig and hung out with him. We called him Craigie Poo, and he was just there for everything. And
until I finally tried to shoot my shot, y'all.
That's your part of the story.
And got shot the hell down.
Go ahead and tell that.
Kind of hard to believe that she had a crush on me, y'all, and not my vehicle. Because as soon as I shot my shot, then
tell them how you did
I was defeated.
So you came to my apartment, my mom's apartment, our apartment, and
I don't even remember. I remember
being in the kitchen and I was
up
on the
counter or something. And I don't remember exactly.
I think he went in for a kiss, and I was like, because those of you who know Craig know that he was
no.
He loved women. How about that? Does that make it?
That makes it sound a little better. Yes.
He was a hoe.
No, he was not no hoe. So that was her reason for not being interested in me at all at the time, because she thought I was interested in too many others.
That's right. And so he actually ended up hooking me up with his
a friend of mine, dummy. And we'll just leave that alone. So
so I still got to see Craig all the time. And then he got married, and I went off to college, and he had babies, and I was still in college, and then I got married, and we were both married for 17 years.
I was married, about 17, maybe a little over 17 years. I'm not really sure.
Exactly. I was married for 17, and then I was single for 8 years. I didn't go on a date. I didn't entertain anything like that. If you messaged me, sent me a DM, I blocked you immediately. So I just didn't have any time for that whatsoever. And then
I didn't do that.
He didn't do that, which I'm thankful now, because all that's out of his system.
That's right. I told her it was the best thing that ever happened to me. I guess what it transpired between those times and the time we actually got reunited, I guess you'd say. But it makes you realize what you want in life, what you're looking for in life, and the way you want to spend the rest of your life.
So on a December afternoon at 1:30ish, I am editing pictures, and I get a message in my inbox on Facebook that says, "Hey girly, long time no see. What have you been up to?"
That was it, y'all.
And that was it. I popped up somehow on his People You May Know.
Yeah, she popped up under the People You May Know on Facebook. I was actually at work scrolling through and saw it, and I was like, Lord, I hadn't seen or heard from this girl in 30-something years.
And like I said,
figured what the hell? What's up?
What's up? So I was like, oh my gosh, hey Craig, how are you? And I think maybe the next thread of messages was me saying, you want to go out Friday night?
It was about 4, 5, or 6 messages in between there. And before I could get around to, I think my next message was going to be, hey, would you like to get together at some point and maybe have dinner and catch up? Well, before I did that, she beat me to the punch, y'all. So,
like I said, haven't went on a date or anything in 8 years, and all of a sudden I get enough nerve to go, hey, want to go out to eat? Want to meet up on Friday night? So we did. And
I don't think after that first date, I don't think there's been.
Don't be dumb.
Well, some of we hadn't been apart very much since then.
There was one month where he was dumb.
There was 1 month that I acted a fool.
He couldn't believe that it could be this good.
I call myself a big dummy.
You big dummy.
is what we talk about all the time, but
and
I made a terrible mistake, and for a month we were apart and doing different things.
I didn't do anything different except miss my person, and I just told everyone, I think, that I felt like sick inside because I wasn't with him and I wasn't going to give up. So Memorial Day weekend,
maybe, I guess. Oh, listen, it's Memorial.
Oh my gosh,
happens to be Memorial Day weekend, y'all.
2 years ago, 3 years ago, 3 years ago.
Two.
I
think it was 2.
2 or 3. We don't know. Our timelines are a little crazy, but he had gotten home Monday, Memorial Day weekend, and I got dressed up, sent my mom a picture, and was like, "Hey, do I look okay?" And she was like, "You look amazing, Mandy. Go do it." And so I went over there and I was like, "Hey, I forgot my jean jacket over here."
Y'all, this is Memorial Day now. Y'all know how hot it is in South Georgia on Memorial Day. Just like right now, it's Memorial Day. It's a Sunday. Memorial Day. It's 11 o'clock, 11:30. I don't know what time it is. It's 98 degrees out here, y'all, in the woods. And she hunting a jacket on Memorial Day weekend.
That's right. But guess what? He happened to have it. He took it out of his truck and he put it in a special place for me. And I guess he was just waiting on me to come by.
Never know. And
that particular day, it just worked out, and we have not been apart since that day. Since
then, not a day really, maybe a couple of days. I think she
had
a trip.
I had a cruise in June of that year with Michelle's formal wear. Spent some time apart then, just for a couple of nights, and he won't admit this, but we both cried on FaceTime, and we both made a vow that weekend that we were never going to spend
another night apart.
Yep. And we haven't, except when he had to work nights, and we still didn't spend the whole night apart. So we haven't. We've been together ever since. What do you do for a living? I know, but they don't.
I work with Reams and Sons Construction. Run an asphalt plant in Sparks. Been with the company for quite some time now, going on 13 years, I do believe. Mm-hmm. Be there till I'm not.
That's right. And I own a modeling and talent agency. I'm a pageant coach, and I am a pageant photographer, and I do senior sessions and family sessions too. So that's it. And it just so happens that everything meshed together like it was supposed to. Mm-hmm. And I found my person.
I found mine.
And we laughed 99% of the time. And at first it was a little rocky. I'm sure all of y'all can appreciate this that are in your late season in life. Fourth quarter is what he calls it, and you've been by yourself, or you've got some independence, and you've got a way of doing things, and so it was a little trying at first. Not that we didn't love each other during that time, but I was used to doing everything on my own, and I could fix it, do it, whatever.
And I didn't want her to do anything on her own. I wanted to do it all for her.
So it was hard at first with that, but now I just accept that I'm a princess. And he's going to treat me like that.
I do.
I don't want to be a queen, because a queen has to make decisions, and I'm done with that. But that's it. That's our story. And
I'm treated pretty well too, y'all.
I hope so. I hope you think that.
I do.
I try to spoil him. And I love our family. So we have 4 children now together, and we have a grandbaby.
Yes.
I never thought that I would be a May, but it's so much
or
fun.
a pop, but here we are.
But it's so much fun, and we're just thankful that y'all tuned in, and hope you'll stay with us on our adventures. Leave us a comment. Tell us how you guys met. I'd love to know that. And just make sure you subscribe and like, and stay tuned for more videos.
See y'all soon.
Bye.
George Bailey learns in this Christmas classic. James.
What is It's a Wonderful Life?
Tell me you've seen it.